Hi, it's Janae. I'm reporting in for Who Review, and I decided that I wanted to do The Idiot's Lantern because it's one of my favorite Doctor Who David Tennant episodes. He does a very excellent job in it, and also there's quite a few themes that I really enjoyed. For instance, women's rights seem to be a big issue that they combat. Also, it seemed like the right thing to do isn't always the right thing to do. It's kind of wrong. But also, I loved the Doctor on the scooter. I mean, you give David Tennant a scooter, and you give him Rose Tyler in a 50s dress looking for Elvis, and you just have a great combination there. Unfortunately, they're not in New York, and they are just not going to find Elvis. They're in London, and it's very exciting because it's the coronation of the Queen, Elizabeth, and everyone has a television, which is wrong. Not many people have televisions there. So you kind of get this weird, creepy feeling inside, like something's not right. That definitely is just emphasized when the Doctor suddenly just turns around and there's someone screaming, and you know that there's aliens in London again, and it's the TARDIS's fault. I blame the TARDIS. TARDIS always brings them to a place where there's aliens in trouble. But I love the TARDIS. I know that. And so do you know. So, then we talk about how Tommy is very concerned, and I was concerned too at this point because you don't know what's wrong with her, but you know that there's something that's a little off about the grandmother, and they're scared of her. So I'm worried. And the moment when Doctor and Rose just show up at the door is hilarious. I can't help but laugh. It was just so great. But yeah, he tells off Mr. Conley pretty much right away that his behavior is not appropriate. The way he's treating his children, the way he's treating his wife, there's just something wrong. And Rose picks up on this right away too. You can tell that she's very upset and calls him an idiot to his face and talks about how he's flying the Union flag upside down, and it's also only called the Union Jack when it's at sea and stuff like that. I didn't know. So yeah, I'm American, as you can tell. And honestly, I probably would fly the flag upside down. So I'd probably be an idiot too. But that's okay. So I also wanted to say that The Wire was not the scariest thing. The woman was just not scaring me. The fact that people were losing their faces was, and the fact that Rose had been attacked and basically needed saving, and the Doctor was just, there was no stopping him now. And I love that about the Doctor. Once his friends are involved, he rushes in and figures out a solution to the problem. Even though it doesn't always turn out glitchy, as the 11th Doctor says, because the tower, for instance, he has to scale this tower and fight off the minion, and then the minion dies and he gets electrocuted, and it's just so intense, and his plan doesn't always work. It didn't work to begin with. It was Tommy who had to figure out how to actually make the whole thing work. So yeah, it just shows that ordinary people, unlike the Doctor, are a huge help, and it shows that being ordinary isn't a bad thing, and you can be extraordinary just by being yourself and being creative and helping other people. So, and I think that's a huge message of Doctor Who. And finally, family. Family was a big part of this episode, I think. Just because even though his dad is moving out and it's the end of the relationship, which is a good thing, he was extremely abusive to his child and his wife. But the child was still willing to say, hey, he's my dad. I still love him and I care about him and I want to help him get better too. So I really like that. And that's all for right now. So I hope you enjoyed the review of The Idiot's Lantern. And I'm calling it Hooverview. That's what it is now. So look for it and watch it, please, because otherwise I'm just talking to a screen. Thanks, that's all.